UHF, and I'm sitting here with Buzz from the Melvins.
Hello.
How's the tour been so far?
Good. We made it so far.
Yeah.
Tonight's number 16.
Number 16 out of 51. 51 states and 51 days.
Is it that long? Crap. What am I gonna
Did you guys have to? Did you have to lighten up to make this tour at such a pace?
do? Well, it certainly helps.
Right.
Well,
that's
I guess we don't have to do anything. I could probably cancel it. Maybe we should. Quit? Should we quit? Yeah. No.
No, that's not.
The word of the tour is no. That's the word of the tour. No.
So I've been reading your tour diaries on spin.com.
I gotta finish it. I gotta do my new one. I'm making it right one.
Is it alternating between the members?
Yeah, mine was first.
Okay. And I read on there that you guys were touring a van on this tour.
Yeah, it's a van type of vehicle.
Is that vehicle?
It's not a bus or a plane. Plane to Alaska, plane to Hawaii.
Right. So is there going to be some big, since you guys are setting the world record with this tour, is there going to be a big ceremony with Guinness there at Hawaii at the end?
We're going to throw a person into the volcano in Hawaii if we can find it. And that's a tall order.
Some of those remote islands in Hawaii.
Maybe, remains to be seen.
So was this tour really about setting a world record, or was it about getting a tour done quick and get back into the studio?
We just wanted to do something big and stupid. That really is it. The publicity stuff.
Right.
We'll see. Now we have to do it. Now they opened their big trap.
Do you think that Melvins, by the time you guys are done, you think you might set a record for the most releases by a band? Because
Zappa might have this.
Zappa might have.
Zappa might have.
Oh, Zappa.
I'm sure there's bands out there that do more than us, but we have done no lack of releases.
Right. You
There's
guys got
3 different ones this year.
You've got longevity on your side. I mean, you guys have been at this almost nearly 30 years now.
Yeah, nearly, yeah.
And you probably
Seems like longer.
you got a few more in you.
Well, we'll see about that.
And at the rate of 2-3 releases a year.
Yeah.
And
I don't know if we keep that up. We got some more stuff planned, none of which I can say right now.
any plans to do any more Phantom Oz or side projects?
Well, I would do it, but it's not up to me. It's Mr. Mike's. It's his little baby. He wants to do it, but I mean, really, in reality, they've been gigs since 2008. They've been in the studio since 2003. It's almost 10 years of recording everything. So,
Right.
I'm going to hold my breath.
No, I've heard in interviews recently that something about tribute songs.
Yeah, there's going to be some of those kinds of things. I mean, we're not quite sure how we're going to do that, but
Iron Maiden.
not albums. Not maybe all. Just be like a set.
Right.
Well, there's a wide variety of them. No Iron Maiden.
Covers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some of our favorite stuff. A wide variety of guest stars.
Now you've done a lot of collaboration
Yes.
in the last few years. Are there any artists that you admire that you haven't collaborated with yet that you would like?
Well, living your dad.
It doesn't matter.
I like it, doesn't matter. Hendrix, Judy Garland. I'll just do those two. Hendrix and Judy Garland.
So is Melvins like the end of the big business era with
No,
guys?
not always. No.
Not always.
By no means. We're having both things going at the same time.
All right.
Probably tour together at some point.
That'd be sweet. I heard in an interview recently that you said that once there's no money to be made in music, that people won't invest in music anymore. And are you sure that's a bad thing necessarily? I mean, it seems like like politics, if you take the money out of it, you find people's true motivations. And
Well, just crappy sounding records.
Well, I mean, don't you think it would make the whole industry conform to the Melvins small ball philosophy on music?
I would be surprised if the industry conformed to what we're doing at any level. It would surprise me. I don't know how far bands are willing to go with this stuff. We don't really quite have an understanding of what it is we're doing with all of our handmade stuff and all those kinds of things. We do all that stuff. You're going to be hard pressed to find bands that are going to be willing to go that extra mile. It's a lot of work. Not impressive. CD covers are really so strange. You're going to find some of that, but by and large, even the punk bands and little tiny bands I talk to think it's too much work.
But you have help.
I'll do it because I'm driven. I'm different than most people.
Right.
As far as that's concerned. I will sit up with a hot glue gun and do 2,000 CDs. I will do that. There are people out there that will appreciate that.
Yeah.
But I am the exception and not the rule.
Right. Well, I think
people just don't understand. I mean, to me, it's like if you look at the music in general. Like I like all kinds of bands. I like bands from little bands to big bands. If no one had ever been interested in investing in the Buzz, who never sold hardly any records, my records put their record out because they thought they would, then that would never have existed. You know what I mean?
Unless they took a Melvins.
But then who knows what will happen? I don't think people quite have this completely figured out how bad this could get. Fine with me, I don't care. I'm not trying to save the industry. I think it's shit. I don't care about major labels. The last thing I think we should do is make things easier for people. That's just basic me. I'm not running a benevolent society. I don't care if I'm really of the belief that if you can't conform to what is happening in the new way, then you should just die like a dinosaur. To me, I don't care. But people don't really understand. I just don't think they quite get it. They just don't. A good example is 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, we entered the top 200 on the charts with only 3,000 records sold. Nobody's buying records.
Right.
Nobody. When we make a record like a Freak Pew record, we make a Freak Pew vinyl, not the album. We make the vinyl eventually, or like the Bulls and Beats record. We're not making 1,000 of those. We're making 600. That's it. Now, how many people are going to be willing to do that much work for 600 record sales? Not many.
The ones that are committed to it and
Right.
really believe in their
And that's not going to be millions.
Right. Well, that's the small ball mentality.
That works for me, but it doesn't necessarily work for everybody.
Right.
I'll be surprised if that happens. I have no problem with that.
I think it would lead to more genuine musical artists out there instead of, people that are selling millions playing.
Well, I don't even particularly care about that. At one point, a label like Atlantic was willing to put money into us. That's not going to ever happen again. Never. Is that good or bad?
Those were great albums.
But you know what I mean? Is that good? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. They also invested money in stuff I hate. But if you take the profit out of anything, you're going to take the motivation to do anything about it. That's gone. There's no reason for people to do it. If you're going to do it as a hobby, that's fine. And I don't have any problem with people doing it as a hobby. But that's not me. And I'm willing to go the extra mile and figure out a way to make it work. That's not going to be a whole lot of other people. Some will. But they're still going to try to do it in a traditional fashion. I don't know, I can't speak for down, but I imagine they're still going to send us to record stores and all that kind of stuff. I have no interest in any of that. Zero. We're willing to sell them all ourselves, in one form or another, and our new releases, other than what we do on Impact, that doesn't even go to stores.
And it seems to be working. I tried to buy the picture disc for Freak Pew on camera. And it was sold out within.
Sold out. But we didn't make a lot of them. And that's how it's going to work. We'll move on. Now, the other thing, though, is that the most important thing about all that we're doing is the exchange of information. It's easier now for people to hear our music than ever before. So that's good. So then there'll probably be balanced out to some degree by online electronic sales, which will amount to some amount of sales, maybe. certainly not safe.
Well, I bought free gift
There you go. That's all. That's good. Okay. That's, which is good. And eventually all that stuff on AMRAP will be available. We can't sell the free version, but anything we do on AMRAP will be available electronically. But it's changing.
And that'll be more the collector stuff will be available.
Which is all available anyway if you look for it. It's there.
It's tough to find though.
It's tough to find, but I mean, our music's out there and people are getting it, and I'm not making it for a massive, like the physical releases aren't, I'm not particularly worried about what format they're on.
Are you a music collector yourself?
I'm a music collector, I'm not a particular type of music vehicle collector.
Right. You have CDs and vinyl.
Me, I don't have any vinyl.
No.
I got rid of my vinyl a long time ago.
What's
I
that?
make vinyl to, because there's people out there that like it, and it's fun to do. But other than that, I'm not a person that thinks that one form is better than the other one. If you got a good stereo, vinyl sounds fine. So does a CD.